Sure, abuti honestly.
We are family, man. You see, once you can get that in your mind, we'll treat each other way better. We are family. Once you get that in your mind, that we as the Patriotic Alliance, you know what's so deep to gaan. ANC, those people are not family. They don't care about each other. We do. We do. Julle missie P, dis hoekom is julle op ons lives, maar julle het ons gelos. Het julle nie lives daar by die dia nie? En ek is daarom so bly, jong. Ek sien die dia het nou diens. Dankie Vader. Ons moet die naam van die Here groot maak. Ek hoop julle gaan vir ons 'n vurige speech gee. Sy gaan vir ons gaan juig. John gaan vir ons laat juig. So I just want to say thank you. And I'm happy. We are not the first party to come with church. We will not be the last. But we're happy when the DA is also joining now. They even advertise to say, ons het 'n diens, ons het 'n diens. Mense, julle moet diens toe gaan. Julle van DA. Gaat maak die naam van die Here groot. Ons gaan nie van maak van julle soos julle met ons gemaak het en gesê ons speel kerkie kerkie. Ek is bly julle kom speel saam kerkie kerkie. Want julle sien kerkie kerkie werk. Ek het nou die dinge se gekry. Is die post bietjie daai ding asseblief wat sy gestuur het op die groep. Daai ding gestuur het op die groep van die kerk. Laat ons die mense aanmoedig om kerk toe te gaan. We mustn't make fun. We mustn't make fun we mustn't make fun of people that is having church. Ons moet nie met kerk speel hier. So let them go. It's good when people are making the name of the Lord big. So asseblief, ek sal dit wil sien om te sê, John moet vir ons 'n woord gee. Ek gee nog al die woord. So yeah, the D is now also having church, and after they made fun of us, they saw that kerkie kerkie werk. P is hier van kerkie kerkie. So they made fun of us, but we are glad to see that they are here with us. So guys, P is a family. We are a family. I want you to know that we are family. We are a family. We are family. And once you can see we are family, you will treat people better. You will love people more. You will show more respect to each other. We are family. We are family. The main thing, before I get to the main thing, there's this issue that, oh yeah, I know what it is. Patriots, you know, there's something that I want to give you a quick lesson today. And if you don't get it, you can ask somebody that will get the lesson. Political power. Political power is something else. Political power, so I want to give you that lesson. I know we find now I'm on 6% already, so we cool. Political power is you as a leader, is a responsibility. People walk in the rain, people walked in the sun, people walked in the wind, people walk in the dust. People left their children at home to do campaigning for you. People gave everything for you. So when the election is over, you look at what you managed to get. And like our mothers, once us that grew up poor, our mothers would say, Here, hoe gaan ek baie kos maak met die min geld? And your mother will make a big pot with a little money. So a politician, a leader, must say, die vote wat ek het, how can I make a lot of food? How can I make more food? How can I make more opportunities? How can I create more hope? How can I create more job opportunities, more sports opportunities, more culture opportunities, more study opportunities? And you can't create opportunities without political power. That's a fact. So what is the lesson I'm trying to impart here tonight? PA got 9 seats in parliament, 9. So when the negotiations of the GNU started, some parties made demands. Some parties made huge demands. We looked at, guys, we looked at what the DA got, what the ANC got, what MK got, what EF. We then realized these people can form a government without us. These people can form a government without us. That is, we call it in politics, you read the balance of forces. So after reading the balance of forces, we realize we're not as important as we think we are, as we would like to be. That is what you call the balance of forces. If we were kingmakers, we would have made demands. So when the ANC asked us, what do you want? All the 6 negotiators of PA were there. They said, what do you want? What are your demands? We said, we have no demands. We said that. We said, we have no demands. They're like, huh? We said, just want to be included in government. We just want you guys to, because we realize we don't have power. It's a hard pill to swallow, but you got to swallow it. Stop right there. I hope you understood what I said. When we negotiated with the DA for T-Water's Kloof during 2021, sorry. The DA said they give us deputy mayor. We said, Nakani. We want mayor. The DA said they can't give us mayor. We said, sharp. Toodles. Bye-bye. Well up. The ANC came, we said we want mayor or nothing. We then got mayor. Now the difference between those two is we had the numbers on our side. I hope you guys are still following. We had the numbers on our side. But during the national election, we didn't have the numbers on our side. So what we've done, we said, yeah, we need to be part of this government so we can give our people jobs, we can get opportunities, we can effect change through a ministry. We said to the ANC, no, we don't have demands. They said, are you sure? The first party said you don't have demands. We said, we don't have demands. All that we have, all that we want, we want a seat at the table. EFF got more seats than us, MK's got more seats than us, and they didn't get a seat at the table. We got a seat at the table. Because of that seat at the table, we managed to effect change in the GNU. We form part of the GNU. Somebody was gossiping to me in the ANC, said, you know, we were waiting for you to come with demands. We'll just say we can't fulfill your demands. Bye, toodles. But you didn't. You caught us off guard. Now, what made us make no demands was because we understood the reality of our numbers. Politics is a numbers game. It's a numbers game. The Mkonto Sizwe party got 45%, I think, of the vote in KZN, but they're not in government. PA got 9%, 2.9 or 2.8% of the vote nationally. We are national government. We are in Gauteng. I'm mentioning this to you that you must understand. We don't have so much power in the GNU as you would want us to have. If PA leave the GNU tomorrow morning, the GNU will still stand. They don't even need to go look for other parties to join. The GNU will still stand. So don't overplay your power base. Be honest about the fact that in the next election, we might have those seats. So I wanted to explain this, that I don't control stuff in the GNU. Can I make a confession here tonight? I don't really have power in the GNU. I'm being honest with you. Simply by virtue of the numbers that I hold. If more people voted for us, we could have had power and make demands. So what am I doing? I'm not saying we must accept everything. No. I must be strategic. I must play the game until the next election, and then we'll have the power. Some of you have jobs. You say, why don't you just leave the GNU? Yeah, for you, nothing is. But what about the people that depends on the jobs of the GNU? What about the people that I can't play with power? I can't play with power. This little power that we have, I must use it like our mothers. I must make more food, more opportunities for all our people to form part of this. Galvin Pool has been fixed because of that making more. Clover is now open. That place long paid for. Nobody opened it. The changes that are coming. VAR is now here because of that, making the most of that. So don't look at me in the GNU as the person holding power, the person that I can't tell these people. I'm happy that the president treats me with dignity and respect. And he values my inputs. I'm fortunate. I'm lucky. But I'm not going to lie to the people that voted for me and say, hey, don't worry. No. I don't. Let's wait for next election and let's make sure we come back with serious numbers. Politics is a numbers game. Some people have the numbers, but don't know how to use that numbers. With our little, we are boxing way above our weight. We don't have the majority power. They can chase me away tomorrow in that GNU, and then the GNU can still continue like nothing. Today I can show what our little power is effecting. We have one ministry. The DA is 6. You know, I don't even know how many deputies the DA is. It breaks my heart. I think 6. I think they got 6 deputies, I think. 6 deputies and 6, and there's not one colored. There's 12 people, they didn't even think one colored. Even in the deputies, they said they wacht. So before you come and act like I've got all the powers, oh, you bring that, you bring this. I'm not that powerful. I'm making the most with what we've been blessed with. So I hope you can understand. Somebody was harassing my family in Bloom yesterday. Yeah, why is the lights off? Mario, you have a counselor there. A what counselor? But you call, yeah, I want to, why is the lights off? Like, guys, trust the process. We're getting there. I've done the most was the one seat I got. I only have one seat. But with the vet issue, you'll swear I'm the one with 38 seats. I'm really trying. And I would never sell you out. I can't do that. I don't know how to sell you out, even if I try. I'd rather die than sell you out. I have dedicated my life to this cause. It's hard sometimes to fight if you have so few bullets in a war. I'm there with people that have got 6. When John Steenhuisen speak, everybody agrees with him from the DA. Then they can plan. You know, I remember Guerra made a joke one day. I found it funny, the joke he made. We were we were sitting in cabinet, and I said, but you guys, because the ANC were just talking to Makar there in one meeting after, not cabinet, our caucus, and somebody said, no, let's go caucus as parties. And I said to him, it looked like you guys didn't caucus. And he looked around, he looked at me straight in the eye, and he said, who did you caucus with now? I said, I spoke to myself. I'm very good at it. But he was making a joke, and he said, but Mckenzie, who did you caucus with during the break? Because I'm alone. I said, I spoke to myself. I'm very good at it. And we have decided, I has decided that we will vote this way. So I just want to say to you that there is ANC that you guys say, yeah, you're just with the ANC. I love the ANC. I love the DA. I love everybody in the GNU context. When we're in cabinet, when we walk out of that cabinet, I hate them, all of them. But in that cabinet, I love them because there's no longer parties there. It is now country. So in the GNU, there's no DA, there's no ANC, and that's why I can survive. But outside, it's war. So I just needed you guys to have that. Then lastly, is the DA going or are they coming? This is the last point, Patriots. The DA has painted themselves in a corner. The Sunday Times wrote it nicely. They said they drove into a cul-de-sac. The DA has painted themselves in a corner, and they know that, and they'll never admit it. The DA thought the ANC can't operate without them. And then Cyril Ramaphosa outfoxed John Steenhuisen. President Cyril Ramaphosa, what he then did, he didn't go the EFF route. He went the route of Rice Mzansi, Bosa, and Action. Totally outclassed the DA. Totally. So the GNU will not break because the DA is no longer there. And the EFF is not there. Because they overplayed their hand. So the lesson is operate according to the cards that you've been dealt with. Don't overplay your hand. If you have 6 cards, play like a man with 6 cards. The DA had 6 cards. They played like a man with 3 packs. The DA overplayed their hand. Now, I was saying to them in Parliament, Abahambe. Now the ANC, some in the ANC said they must go, some said they must stay. I said they must Abahambe, all of those things. We were all angry with the DA. But I want to tell you tonight on this live, patriots, it's not party politics now, it's about our country. America's on top of us. We are under attack left, right, and center. Some of the things America's talking about, to say we are friends with people that's against America, that's the truth. That is, we can't deny those things, but there's a lot of lies also in the equation. America doesn't want Iran. We are friends with Iran. People say America shouldn't choose our friends. Then you must say it with your chest. So what am I saying? I'm saying we're dealing with the biggest crisis in America. With America. It's the biggest crisis. It's the biggest crisis. It's the worst time for us to fight. If it wasn't for the parties that voted for us with a budget, we would have been in a deeper crisis. Now that the DA has put us in a crisis that I can't explain to you. So, should they leave? I don't think so. We're all angry. We have time to think about it. We must be cool-headed now. We can't afford. What should happen now? If I was President Ramaphosa, I would have brought in Action SA and the other parties that stood by us in government. I would have brought them in now. I would not have chased the DA away. The DA has been hit with a bloody nose. They've learned their lesson. I know when you don't run a country like you are angry, like, I'm angry, he must go. I was wrong by saying that they must go. They shouldn't go. We can't afford it as South Africa. I'm not saying we can't afford not to have the DA. You can't have a government. EFF must play very far from the government. People that says EFF, that says, no, the DA must go. Go further, don't stop halfway. Give you a solution. You must say, so that EFF can come in. Because if EFF does not come in, there's a cushion of two votes. You can't run a government on 2 votes. You can't run a government on the strength of 2 votes. 3 people can come in a car, members of parliament, and get in an accident and they die. Then you don't have a government. Then you don't have a government. It is too risky. It's too thin. It is too thin. I want them to abahambe. I want them to leave. But I'm wrong. You don't run a country on emotions. You don't run a country on your mood swings. You must be calculated. The EFF is going to put us in more trouble as a government. So let us sit down with the DA, but bring Action SA in. Bring Musi Maimane in. It's too risky. It's too risky. The cushion of 2, or you bring MK and EFF in. If you think the DA is problematic, what still EFF comes in? I've not worked with MK on that level, so I wouldn't know. So I'm saying to you, and there's a lesson here, If I was the president, I would bring the DA in. I think the DA should not be chased away. I'm changing my stance. I know I said Abahambe, but I went home and I checked the numbers and I looked at the scenarios, and they are problematic, but we need them. We need them for our war with America, trade war. We need them for stability in our country. The GNU is loved by people. I don't like the DA. I can't stand them, I can't stand them. Those blue devils, I can't stand them. But we need them in government now. At this particular point, and now they're coming in very humble. Very humble. So I would, if I had to ask the president, I can advise the president, which I'm not his advisor. He has his own advisors. I would not. It's obvious for me that the Freedom Front Plus is trying to separate themselves from the DA. They are going to jump out. That makes sure, let's bring Musi in as a minister. Let's bring Thing. But that's not my call to make. So I'm just saying to you that people do make mistakes. The DA messed up. They've learned the lesson. Let us be level-headed. Let us be level-headed. Let us save the GNU. The GNU is South Africa. There you have it. I hope the ANC does not chase them away. Let's tolerate them. Malema is clear. He said, I'm waiting at the door. Let's not show the DA the door. I was wrong. I was wrong. They're the worst coalition partner in the GNU, but they're the worst in South Africa. Lastly, Patriots, the mother in Westbury, and I hope the leaders, Maryland, you guys must go there. PA must bury that son. That's an instruction. It's not a suggestion I'm making. It's an instruction. Somebody asked me, what about UIM? UIM doesn't have seats in national. They would have been a good partner, but they don't have seats in national. We have to protect the GNU. That lady lost a son. Imagine, put yourself quickly in her shoes. You lose your son, but you still go vote. That's the worst, and it shows you, nothing shows me sadness and aspiration like that. So to that mother, I want to say, I still owe you a visit. I thought it would be today, but they canceled today's thing because of the weather. They thought it's going to rain again. We will have it, I think, next week, or they'll get a date for it. Mommy P will bury your son. You've taught me your pain has shown you are the face of the pain of our community. You lost your son, but you still said, in my pain, my hope is in doing the right thing. It's important that we must vote. And what you've done, you've shown us the importance of voting. You went to vote for hope on the day when you were hopeless, on the day when you were experiencing the most pain. So all our leaders, Ismail and them, go and see the mother. I want to say thank you to you, Mommy. We vote so that we can stop the killings in our community. And you've proven that to us. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you. To all the patriots, it's time for you to prepare for Nelson Mandela Bay, the golf, the spinning, the running, swimming, everything. I love you, and I'll never sell you out. You are my life. And the prophecy that went out about this party 12 years ago, 13 years ago, said, this is the year where they're going to attack me with court cases, and they're going to attack me, they're going to fight me with legally. That's what the prophecy said, and I see that come true. I'm strong because you are. I love you guys. Take care. Salute.
Patriots, back again with another one. As you know, the president has been doing some few lives over the past few days. We've been able to actually dissect about a whole lot of other stuff. And today we're going to continue just talking about the importance of the DA in the GNU. The president saying that the DA are not a good coalition partner in the GNU, but they actually not the worst in South Africa, which is true compared to the Mckenzie party and the economic freedom fighters. It's better to lay in bed with the Democratic Alliance. And so we're in such a situation where we would most probably just rather have them than have the EFF, because the EFF always said that they're just waiting on the side, and which is something that I believe is true. They are definitely waiting, and should they get a chance, they will jump onto it, and it will probably be like a movie, because we don't really know what's going to happen should they be in government. A lot of us are really not prepared for them to be in government. Some people are, but the way it will be so radical and the way it will affect and be so drastic in its effects to all South Africans upon that have taken the name, that have actually taken it up to invite them into the GNU. It would be a big risk, but it is something that we shouldn't actually be trying to test out. But also saying that the DA are also a big party, which is something that we also need to remember. And having them as a big party means that they're going to feel entitled to demands. Like the president had said, if the Patriotic Alliance were also a big number in parliament, in GNU, they would probably want to make certain demands. So I understand why the Democratic Alliance are also trying to make certain demands. They are not entirely happy with how the ANC runs things. So they're trying to actually find ways in which they can also implement things that they had promised their constituents, which is something we can honor and respect. But also have to stress out the importance that we would rather have the DA in government, in GNU, rather than having the economic freedom fighters. Economic freedom fighters, first thing that if they were to come on, they will not negotiate in the terms of the land expropriation without compensation. Just 2 days ago, they had a coming together where they spoke about some of these things. And in those things, that is where they continue to say that the economic freedom fighter will never negotiate when it comes to their two cardinal pillars. So we have to come to the fact of that. So that is what is exactly, and first thing that is already clashing with the beliefs of the Patriotic Alliance. It is exactly what these two parties do not like each other for. And the constant calling of name of the EFF leader to the Patriotic Alliance leader, which some of us are very very, very mad at. But we see. Also, Patriots, when it comes to the lady who lost her kid and went to vote still, we appreciate you, we see you. And just like a true patriot, you have stood cement fast, and you never buy that when the time to vote had came. Wish you well in your journey of bearing your son, and wishing you an ability to heal. Patriots, please do continue to like, share, subscribe. Most importantly, also comment in the comment sections. Engage. Dango.
Sure, I would do ownership.